Well, one further note for the preceding example that acceleration is pulling the object towards the center, and the velocity vector is wanting it to spin off on a tangent. So here's a 3D example. Find the velocity, acceleration, and speed at the point where t is 0, and then sketch the graph. Well, sketching the graph is not something I would ask you to do because it's three-dimensional. I might ask you to do an occasional three-dimensional graph, but not of a vector valued function. Possibly one that's simple like a helix, but this one isn't quite so simple as a helix. Its r of t is 4 of ti plus 4ti plus 2tj plus t squared k. So this part linear, this part linear, this part quadratic, or polynomial of degree 2, order 2, whatever you want to call that. Here's how my software draws that. I have to define each of x, y, and z, and then if I put x, y, and z in parentheses on my software and take off the border, it will show you that graph. Notice when you look down at it like this, it looks like a line, and it looks like a line from many angles, but not one in which you can see the z is quadratic. So again, we need to find the acceleration, velocity, acceleration, and speed. So those three things. First, let's do velocity vector. That's easy. Just take the derivative of this, which would be 4i plus 2j plus 2tk, and there that is. And velocity at 2 I'm thinking this is wrong. This should say the velocity at 0, because that's what I wanted. So, but it's 4 times I plus 2 times j plus 2 times 0 times k. So there's a velocity vector, and I didn't do the speed. But if I were to do the speed, it's the square root of 4 squared plus 2 squared plus 0 squared. So square root of 20 is to say 4 squared to 5 is the speed. The acceleration would be the first derivative of this, which is just 2k. There's our picture. Here's our picture with the velocity vector and the acceleration vector 2k. The velocity vector, as I recall, was 4i plus 2j, yes, at the point where it's 0. So 4i plus 2j. It's kind of like this would be a line with slope 2, and acceleration is along the z-axis, so 2k.